and they don't really like me. Cause I can fuck your bitch and fuck your mom and auntie.
Lil Yachty started off his career on a dreadful note. His very first interview made hip-hop fans hate him for a few reasons. The first reason was this terrible freestyle.
If I was on this beat, it would be spinning vinyl. They mad cause a nigga just went viral. They mad cause you can't do that. You can't do that. You can't hype me up like that cause then the next bar has to be better. Like, now the kid really selling. In high school, I never was failing. I think that's why they mad at me. They mad cause they trying to grab at me. Hey. They mad, stop, you can't.
Oh, my fault. I got hype with you.
You can't do that, though.
All right, one more.
Young nigga from the west side of town. I'm trying to think what to do. I don't know. I'm not a rapper.
He should have pre-wrote some lyrics to avoid the embarrassment. Then he followed that up by admitting he's not a rapper, which people thought was just an excuse for the bad bars. But the worst part of the entire interview was at the very end.
And the reason they so mad is because they think that the young kids don't take this hip-hop thing serious.
I honestly don't.
He honestly doesn't.
And he doesn't.
It's called having fun.
I'm sorry.
You're just having fun, right?
Yeah.
That's it, and getting money. That's it. It's all money, getting and fun.
We're just chilling.
Lil Yachty straight up saying he doesn't take hip-hop seriously and that it's just for money left a bad taste in the mouths of traditional rap fans. This was Yachty's grand introduction to mainstream hip-hop. Most people thought he was just another mumble rapper, someone who will be here and gone within a couple of years. What they didn't know is that Yachty was on a path of
proved them wrong.
Behind his nonchalant attitude was an extremely hard-working and talented artist.
Yachty had a hell of
Today,
a glow up since that fucking
repetitive,
first freestyle.
Spot, yet everything
where he
Yachty
at now
touches turns to gold. Today we're going to look at how Yachty was hated and disregarded, then every single thing he did to build back his reputation to become the secret weapon the music industry depends on today. It's important to consider this first interview took place on Hot 97. For decades, this radio station was an opportunity for rappers to broadcast their talents, their art to millions of New Yorkers, which was the birthplace of hip-hop. So his attitude wasn't just disrespectful to Hot 97, but hip-hop as a whole. Hip-hop fans ravaged Yachty online. They felt he didn't deserve to be on Hot 97 and he was a disgrace to the culture. But it wasn't just Yachty. All melodic trap artists face resistance. Future, Migos, Young Thug, Lil Uzi Vert,
and they all still here. None of them niggas fell off. All of them is still here and active.
Simplifying it too much.
Everybody trying to rap the same style with the, I don't know who created it, if it was Future or Migos, but all them niggas sound the same.
To make them even more mad, Yachty was added to the XXL freshman list just a few months later, which is another
old heads really did hate
Yachty,
industry. Bro. Like,
the 2016
old heads
XXL
really hated
Yachty
Yachty and
piece
Uzi.
of rap history that marks a distinct shift in not just
they really
the music,
hated
but
them
the
niggas.
attitudes of mainstream rappers. Lil Uzi, 21 Savage, and Kodak Black borderline mocked the legacy of XXL as they laughed and joked through their freestyles. And although Yachty was laughing with them, he actually took his freestyle more seriously.
He was actually spitting. He was spitting.
It seemed like Yachty didn't want to get bullied online by rap fans again. It felt like he was trying to prove himself as a rapper. Turns out, that was exactly right. 2 weeks after the freshman cypher, Yachty dropped a song called For Hot 97, along with his Summer Songs 2 mixtape. This track wasn't a diss, but Ebro at Hot 97
whole
took it
mixtape
that
fire
way when he tweeted the song.
That
Lil
whole
Yachty
mixtape
and his
fire.
team with these high school ass bars, followed by an Instagram caption that
and this
read,
shit, like,
another Lil
I ain't gonna
rapper
lie, bro. That Ebro came off so fucking corny to me, dog. Like, this shit just made me dislike Ebro. He just really came off as a hating ass old head.
Feelings. Then Yachty responded, I didn't catch feelings, it was just to show that I can rap. It wasn't a diss to you, good sir, it was simply more like a check this. Actually, Hot 97. I'm not finna try to explain myself to no one dissing me. But it didn't stop there. Yachty called Ebro on Hot 97 Live and tried to explain.
I didn't catch no feelings. It was to show what's good. And nigga, that shit is hard, bro. I don't care if you 69, bro.
Yo, fuck that, man. Fuck that. These high school ass rappers, I'm gonna keep testing y'all.
Although many people thought Ebro was being an old, sour hater, it seemed like they were able to laugh and have mutual respect for each other. But fans were not as quick to forgive Yachty, especially because during his Pitchfork interview,
nah, because Ebro did the same shit to Uzi.
On him for the rest of his career.
That nigga was hating.
But first, I recently found out I'm being charged every month for subscription service I don't even use. Luckily, today's sponsor Rocket Money is here to help. Rocket Money is an all-in-one finance
Kodak situation. Hey, that nigga did that shit to mad rappers, bro. Ebro was just a hating ass nigga.
Time is overrated. He later doubled down and admitted he can't name 5 Tupac or Biggie songs. His brutally honest opinion about
Alright,
two
saying
rap
Biggie was
legends made
overrated was
headlines
dumb.
across
He shouldn't have
countless
said that.
news outlets, continuing the same narrative that he is a disgrace to hip-hop and should not be celebrated by the culture. But he didn't need their support, because at this time, his song Broccoli peaked at number 5 on the Billboard Hot 100, as well as his viral 2015 hit, One Night, slowly crept up to number 49 on Billboard. His debut mixtape Lil Boat, as well as Summer Songs 2, were cult classics. His music at the time can be described as carefree, bubblegum rap with a heavy reliance on autotune, but others just called it mumble rap, thanks to Wiz Khalifa.
We call it mumble rap.
Oh, so y'all got a name for it?
Yeah, me and my homies. I mean, it ain't no disrespect to the little homies, but like, they know what's up. They say they don't want to rap, you know what I mean? But it's cool for now. It's going to evolve, and I feel like those artists, if they want to be around, they'll figure out the next thing to do, but right now, that's what's popping.
Although Wiz meant no harm by this term, it became weaponized by people who hated the new sound, such as Funkmaster Flex of Hot 97, a radio DJ who would often complain on his show about the new state of hip-hop. Yachty once again felt like he needed
That's called motherfucking bars, nigga. You know nothing
to show
about
these
that.
guys he could rap, so he got on Ebro's Beats One radio show and spit some bars.
Lucy Deucey, the joke's on you, I didn't grow up the boosie. All I care about is feeding my family and getting out of that camera. Funk Master Flex, please stop talking about me. Unless you're finna play my songs, then don't talk about me.
Again, classic hip-hop fans were not impressed. They still relentlessly called him trash in the comments. This man can't catch a break. They don't like the music he makes, but then when he switches it up, they still don't like it. This freestyle prompted Funk Flex to take another shot at Yachty.
That's called motherfucking bars, nigga.
Yo, nah, that shit was classic though. I cannot lie. This fucking Funk Flex moment was classic, dog.
Trash in the comments. This man can't catch a break. They don't like the music he
That
makes,
shit
but
was
then when he switches it
classic.
up, they still don't like it. This freestyle prompted Funk Flex to take another shot at Yachty.
That's called motherfucking bars, nigga. You know nothing about that. You know why? Cause you a mumble rapper, Bow Wow, a mumble rapper. Lil Yachty, you don't want nothing too. Neither you niggas want nothing.
J. Cole dropped a song called Everyone Dies, which seemed to take shots at
Why
Yachty.
did he talk
Bunch of
to
words
Bow Wow
and
like
insane
that?
shit. I hate these rappers, especially the amateur 8-week rappers. Lil whatever, just another short bus rapper. Then Yachty.
That J. Cole song was fire.
With J. Cole, bro.
Say whatever you want to say.
I mean, I don't listen
You
to
don't listen to J. Cole, but you fuck with J. Cole.
That shit was
Some
fire.
people even confronted Yachty to his face.
Even the song where he was dissing Kanye. That shit was fire too. This was a classic moment too, bro. Yachty and Joe Budden on fucking Everyday Struggle, bro. Everyday Struggle was that shit, bro. Take me back.
Appreciate the culture that changed your life.
Everyday Struggle was that shit.
From college dorm rooms, eating oodles and noodles. I want you who's well-spoken and articulates himself well.
My nigga.
Chill.
This moment was particularly interesting because Joe was the personification of all those hate comments, and it was truly embarrassing to witness. By Yachty just simply responding with chill made people realize that hating on a kid who's just doing his thing is annoying and corny. Because Yachty just could not stop succeeding. He dropped a song alongside Kyle called I Spy, a nursery rhyme-inspired bop that peaked at number 4 on the Billboard Hot 100.
Shit was
followed
heat.
that up with another hit, Peekaboo,
Peekaboo,
featuring
peekaboo,
Migos.
peekaboo,
His fans,
peekaboo,
who were
peekaboo,
primarily
peekaboo.
teens, loved his
Peekaboo,
style.
peek.
He was weird, he was fun, and he was unapologetically himself, which opened the door for 3 massive brand sponsorship deals with Target, becoming the lead creative designer at Nautica, and a Sprite commercial which remixed his song Cold Like Minnesota to
That shit was
Cold Like a
hard.
Sprite Soda.
I ain't gonna lie, that shit, when I first seen this commercial, it broke my fucking ankles because I didn't know that this nigga had a fucking Sprite commercial.
To write lyrics about
I'm like, bro, is that fucking Yachty?
It was reported that Yachty made a staggering $13 million during his extremely short career. Yachty was a supervillain to classic hip-hop fans, but he truly was a sweet and kind hero to his fans. Unfortunately, his debut album would fall short of expectations.
A lot of people
Teenage
didn't like this
Emotions,
album. I thought it was
released May
alright.
26, 2017,
It was some
sold
songs on there.
46,000 copies first week.
There was a few
peaking at
songs on
number
there that
5
was
on the
good.
Billboard Hot 200. When I first released my Teenage Emotions album, I thought that it was fire. Then the
It
sales
wasn't
came back and I was
the
devastated
mixtapes
and
that he
so
came from.
confused.
Like, it
I
wasn't
worked
that.
so hard. Honestly, the album was kind of bad. Little did he know, he already peaked musically. He would never have a more successful song than I Spy or Broccoli, and his music struggled to impress people outside of his fan base. His second album, Lil Boat 2, sold 64,000 copies,
Lil Boat 2 was cool.
but likely was inflated due to the incredible list of features.
Some shit on there.
Quavo, NBA Youngboy, Lil Baby, Lil Pump, Trippie Redd, just to name a few.
There was some
And
shit on there.
again, the album was lackluster. An ongoing conversation surrounding Yachty's
Yeah,
music
after
career is
after
that he
his
is
first
carried by
2 mixtapes, he was dropping albums that was just okay. Like they wasn't his first shit. Like he was just dropping okay projects.
features or only has success with other artists on his songs. His third album, Nothing to Prove, speaks volumes about his attitude. It sold 40,000 in the first week and peaked at number 12 on the Hot 200. Hip Hop DX said he is bringing nothing new, and it may be time for him to go back to the drawing board in search of new ideas before returning with a follow-up project.
Again, though, it was some songs. It was some songs on
music
there.
on his first 2
Some shit on
mixtapes
there.
because it was fun, cheerful, and positive.
Yeah, his
By
first 2
third
is
album, He
classics.
was slowly transitioning to fit in with the gangster rap status quo of the music industry. Don't get me wrong, he had a few bangers along the way. NBA Youngboat, Boom, Get Dripped, but they were buried in bloated albums of inconsistent music. To make things even worse, his day one friends were switching up on him. The sailing team
Yo,
was a
Perry
dynamic
is
group
not
of
there no
producers and
more.
artists surrounding
Yo, to see him not fuck with Perry no more, dog, was crazy. Cause if you really was following Yachty at the beginning, bro, when them niggas started beefing, it was like, yo, it really be your own niggas, day one niggas.
Yachty, Cody Shane, J-Bands, Earl the Pearl, Big Brother Chubba, The Good Perry, Aaron Verchetti, and BU. None of them were even close to as successful as Yachty, but he says it's not his fault.
Selling team became like my brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
I kind of felt the need to kind of take care of them,
Right.
you know, but it got to the point where I was spending so much money,
Yeah.
like almost $1 million trying to like create this company out of my own money.
Right, right.
And they didn't want it for themselves. You know, like
Yachty tried to put them in a position to win. He never had contracts with them, never wanted any percentage of their success.
He
wanted
was just
them
trying
be
to
the
have
best
niggas
versions
eat,
of
bro. He was
themselves.
just trying to
But
bring
they
niggas
simply
along
did
and
not
have them
want it.
eat.
They were lazy. Trying to worry about 7 other people's careers was holding Yachty back, so they decided to split up. 2019 and 2020 marks a major shift in Yachty's career. His commercial success after this would be even less impressive, but he did not fall off. He started to observe the shifting landscape of hip-hop. He kept a bird's eye view over the entire culture and tried to figure out how he could make an impact.
He
What
never
you were
fell
about to
off.
see
He was
is how
still
Yachty
writing for mad
made
niggas, and that
impressive
niggas don't even
sales
understand
numbers,
that.
Not selling out stadiums, not
He was
winning
still
awards,
writing for
but he
niggas.
kept his finger on the pulse of hip-hop culture. His creativity had a massive impact on where hip-hop is today, but where he started might shock you. With the rise of artists like Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion, and Doja Cat, it was obvious female artists were in high demand. The City Girls were a duo from Miami,
Definitely
buzzing with
wrote
anthems like
hits for
Period
City
and
Girls.
Twerk. Yachty decided he would discover his inner baddie one night in the studio and write a song for the City Girls after his friend Earl the Pearl made the beat, and out came their most successful record to date, Act Up.
but everything that everyone is saying.
That shit was a fucking smash hit.
I wrote the whole thing.
So
know what I'm
you were
saying?
in there.
Like,
How did I come to you? Like you were just
I
like
just-
real ass bitch. Get
I
a fuck about it, nigga.
I just thought like them. I know what women like to hear.
Right,
Like, you know,
yeah,
like
yeah.
I know, like I literally seen it. And I was like, yo, what's just some raunchy shit?
Act Up peaked at number 26 on the Billboard Hot 100 and was a huge TikTok anthem that even young men couldn't resist dancing to. This track is still being played in the clubs today, but it doesn't stop there. Act Up was sampled by Megan Thee Stallion just a few months later in her song Hot Girl Summer. Earl also produced this beat, and the song peaked
Crazy.
at number 11 on the Hot 100, which was Megan's most successful song at this point.
I remember
Female
when that
rappers
fucking
were
song
being
first
encouraged
dropped,
to
bro.
embrace their bossy, brazen nature and let it
That
out
Hot
on the
Girl
song,
Summer shit,
which, as we
bitches
all
would
know,
not
led to
shut
tracks
the
like My
fuck
Type,
up.
Savage, Big Energy, WAP, and it all started with the vision and lyrics written by Lil Yachty. He proved he could have a bigger impact on the culture, so it was time to have one last hurrah before he changed up for good. Lil Boat 3 was the official death of Yachty's
Lil Boat 3
previous
was
music
cool.
career. Now the pandemic
Had
slowed
some shit on
everyone's
there.
lives and careers down. Yachty achieved his lifelong dream of collaborating with Drake on the song Oprah's Bank Account, which brought that carefree Yachty energy his fans once loved. He did bring that energy throughout the Lil Boat 3 project, but it was honestly his harder rap songs like Split Whole Time, TD, Pardon Me,
108.
and Westside that stole the show. With just a mere 30,000 copies first week, Yachty himself
Again, he
and
was
his
dropping
fans
projects
needed a
that was
revival of his
okay.
career, and that's just what they
Like he just,
After
it wasn't
LB3,
like album of the
Lil
year
Yachty
type shit. Like it was just
the
okay,
nonchalant,
decent
goofy, and
albums with a
emotional
few good
teenage
songs on
persona
them.
he had was behind him.
That's all
the
it
new
was.
Yachty was calm, collected, and moved like a boss. He stopped dyeing his hair, got rid of the beads in his braids. He still wore colorful attire,
That nigga
but it
got
was now
older.
tasteful and sleek. He was focused, but still hungry. He started a nail paint brand called Crete, understanding that young Gen Z men painting their nails is normalized and don't have a product marketed towards them. Concrete Boys became the name of his newfound imprint record label, and his first signee, Draft Day, an upcoming artist from Broward County, Florida. Yachty's song Coffin reflects a shift in his sound that would be celebrated and copied by many artists after him. Then Hit Bout It with Kodak Black, then Cortex. Yachty found his flow. He wasn't trying hard to impress the old heads, and he wasn't a childish auto-crooning singer. He achieved the perfect middle. His beats were more unique than ever, and you could tell he had a chip on his shoulder, but also couldn't care less if you f***ed with him or not. His energy was contagious. He recorded an entire album with a bunch of rappers from Detroit, Michigan just to show
Michigan
love and
Boy
embrace
Boat
the
was
sound
cool.
that was taking over underground rap. Although some were surprised, Yachty has always showed love to new artists. Just look at his history of collaborating with buzzing talent. He was on Lil Baby's first album before he blew up. He made a hit with T Grizzly, D to the A in 2017.
Banger!
Even did Gucci Flip Flops with Bad Baby in 2018.
I forgot about
and
Gucci
LB
Flip
championed
Flops.
Her music. Even Drewski, the biggest comedian to come from the social media era. His first major collaboration was a skit with Lil Yachty in 2019. Babyface Ray, Babytron, Baby Smooth are just three of the many Detroit artists bringing a fresh sound to hip-hop. Their cadence is smooth yet savage, and the beats are bouncy, but they jam-pack these songs with bars. Yachty teamed up with them as well as other buzzing Michigan artists on his album Michigan Boy Boat. This album only sold 15,997 copies in the first week, and fans were confused by Yachty's decision, but he said, "I just wanted to show love. That's it. I just wanted to show love to all of those guys and their talent."
Yeah, if
and
you
I feel
didn't,
like I rap my best
I feel
on
like
those
if you
types of
didn't really listen to no Michigan artists at all, you really wasn't gonna fuck with that Yachty album. I can see why a lot of people didn't.
beats.
But
A
it really
rapper who
wasn't that
doesn't
bad.
care about numbers, who is able to move based on creativity and art while constantly being on the forefront of the next wave is dangerous. Boat had something up his sleeve. He continued to steamroll ahead with bangers like YAE Energy and rock climbing with buzzing rapper Remble.
Banger.
At the same time he was rapping his ass off, he dabbled in polar opposite genres with tracks like Love Music and Breathe Deeper with Tame Impala. He felt inspired by the psychedelic rock sound and announced that he will
I didn't even know he had a
ditching
song
rap
with
for his
Tame
next
Impala. I
album.
fuck with
It
Tame
can be mid
Impala.
as hell. All his stuff be weak. Can't wait to see it flop like his last album. The negativity towards his expansion did not hold him
I could
back.
actually hear
He
it in
stayed
the-
low key, kept his head down,
in the
and got to
album.
work. He also developed a very close relationship
In the last
with
album
the
he
biggest
dropped
rapper
some
in
Tame
the
Impala
game,
in there.
Drake. Drizzy posted on IG saying, "More life to my fellow brother Yachty. Happy we are locked in for a lifetime."
Him and Drake
Followed
is
by a
fucking
picture of them on a
besties
jet
now.
And Yachty branding a tattoo of Drake's OVO label on his wrist. But this relationship started with Yachty being a super fan of Drake.
I, for a very long time, wanted to just do anything involving music with him. So, like, I kind of, like, been telling him for the last, like, I don't know how many years, like, bro, can I just, like, can I even just be in a room?
Drake has always been at the forefront of pop culture for the past 15 years. How he does this is by surrounding himself with young talent that will pioneer the next wave. Drake conveniently became Yachty's
That's
best
why he
friend when
surrounded
Yachty
himself
had
with
his hands
Yachty.
around the neck of the culture. He helped executive produce Drake's next album, Her Loss, alongside 21 Savage. Yachty is credited as a producer on 4 songs, each of which are some of the more euphoric and memorable beats on the record. He is also the one who sourced the
hard.
cover art. Some people say he is the genius behind this record. And by mid-2022, Yachty was finally being appreciated for the genius
Yachty
he
do need his
is.
credits for Her Loss. Classic walkout.
And just before Yachty decided to release his psychedelic album, he went viral by accident. It's important to know that there is a huge community of rap fans who actively try to hack into artists' computers and phones to leak their music. However, one hacker straight up asked Yachty for the Poland record after he heard a snippet, and this is what happened.
And that shit blew the fuck up.
Please, bro, send it to me. And at the time, I'm like, bro, no one gives a fuck about my leaks, right? Like, well, I'll send it to him. Like, nothing's gonna happen. So I send it to him.
Well, Yachty was wrong. Once TikTok users heard his wiggly, wobbly vocal vibrato, the memes started pouring in. Rap has been in a long dry spell, so anything different was bound to get some attention. A lot of people treated the song as a joke. Others genuinely loved it. Yachty was kind of upset
Nah,
when
that
it
shit
went
hard.
viral because he didn't really like the song and he wanted to debut the wobbly vocal style on his psych rock album. But the fact that his throwaway songs he never wanted to release were going viral let him know that he was on top. And with that buzz, he finally released the psychedelic alternative rock album called Let's Start Here, which could
Fucking
easily be one of the best albums
banger!
of 2023. Like his other albums, he
One of
only
my
sold
faves of this year
36,000
still.
copies the first week, but there was nothing but praise for his efforts on this album. The instrumentation was beautiful, bright, funky, and soulful, but also
It's
broke
just a
periods of
fucking
eerie trepidation.
good listen
His
from
use of
beginning
heavy
to end.
auto-tune
There's
and
really
big
no
reverb
skips on this
felt
album
like
to
you were
me.
ascending towards the heavens on a trip. This will probably go down as one of the best genre transitions for a rapper in history. And the
This shit
craziest
was
part about
fucking
it,
fire.
He went right back into rapping after dropping this album and dropped banger.
I'm still
after
waiting for the
banger
deluxe.
after banger. Strike, Slide, Solo Step and Creep Boy, Tesla. Go on TikTok and you will quickly see someone sharing one of these songs. Yachty has never been this consistent in his entire career, and he knows just how much the rap game needs him, which he expressed on his track with J. Cole. Allegedly, they figured out that I'm the secret recipe. The standards have collapsed. They wrote me in with lames. They treat me like
Snap.
I'm them. The
He
hate
got
I
his shit off.
overcame. Refuse to pat my
He
back.
snapped.
Refuse to shake my hand. Refuse to give me props when I'm not around. Refuse to act like I ain't shift the sound. Like I ain't pushed the culture. These bars encapsulate everything I said in this video. They hated Yachty. They thought he was
They
just
really
another
did
mumble
hate
rapper
this
that
nigga,
would
bro.
fall off. They didn't give him any respect, and instead
He
of
really
tucking
turned that
his
shit
tail,
around.
he worked his ass off. Now with hip hop being incredibly dry and boring, Yachty is one of the only ones bringing something fresh. Hip hop now needs Lil Yachty.
Yeah, he really turned that shit around. This was a great fucking video. Give Yachty his flowers.